I'm Patrick Stanley. I am a student at Portland State University and someone who has studied TriNet as a hobby for 14 years. I would first like to say I very much like the idea of the changes up in Tanasbourne, with the 48 being extended across Cornell, as it is currently impossible to transfer from west of 185th to east of Evergreen. It makes so much more sense. I would suggest for the 43, we propose to decrease service in rush hour. I would just say please review that, because I have seen extra full buses during that time as it is. And please be more clear on the 87 idea of extending that to Gateway as to exactly what that means, because it is kind of vague. I have heard from people along as I've been writing that they would like to have more schedules printed. There is an increased move towards electronic forms of scheduling, but there are many people who do not have access to electronics. Therefore, more schedules. I understand budget-wise is a little tough right now, but let's hopefully get back to printing more of those. And there has been always constant problems with ticket machines. Please emphasize, let's get this ticket machine thing solved so that they are reliable. And what the gentleman said about volunteering, I do agree with that idea. I do believe that there are plenty of people like myself who would be willing to volunteer for that. Let me also say one thing very important is there is about how the budget is designed when it comes to capital projects and operations funds. Your website makes comments on how the funds cannot be transferred between the two. I would like to hear more about that. I would like to have it much more out front. It seems the public does not understand that we can't just take the PNLR project as money from its funds and transfer it to operations. I know there's some funds that TriNet is putting in, but people think that, well, let's just delay the project. It doesn't always work that way, and in this case, that's not very clear that that doesn't work that way. So that's one thing. And also on that point, during doing research, I did uncover information about a bill in the House and the Senate. Also, from what I read, it was written by our own Senator White in the Senate about being able to transfer funds, changing the law. I haven't heard anything about that from TriNet, and I would be interested in hearing a little bit more if you would look into that and see if you can explain that a little bit more in your media details. Thank you very much.